Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. This is me, Jonathan Alexander, and I'm here to host our show, Life, Laughter, Happiness. Today, our guest is I have my co-host, Kelly. Are you there, Kelly?
Yeah, hi.
Okay, now the lady that's going to be our Chakra guinea pig today is a lady named Jilly Reill. We call her the cougar of comedy. It says here that you're from Minnesota, but as you got older, you felt your heart was somewhere else, so that you followed your dreams of getting Botox in Southern California. Was that sort of that's what we have here as a bio? I mean, is that sort of accurate?
I wrote it, so it better be.
Okay. Botox, lots of wine boxes.
Yeah.
Leopard print and college boys later. Okay. Tindering. I read your. I looked at your page. It was like tindering your son. You were wanting to meet. I saw. And by the way, I saw your comedy routine about wanting to meet a guy at a graduation party, and it's okay. I mean, I have the same taste in women. I tend to go for 50 myself, over 50 above myself. I think the term is classic. I think that's what they call them.
I was getting a little concerned because if you're saying at graduation parties, no, that's a little different for a man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now,
I've dated younger before, and yeah, not necessarily that young, but yeah, as long as it's not a family reunion, it's all good.
Right.
Oh God, let's not even go there. That's now. I have saw to it. By the way, just so you know, I saw to it that Kelly got your picture, and Can I tell Kelly? Can I tell her what you said when you saw the picture?
Yeah.
She says, Kelly saw the picture and she goes, "Oh, that's a cougar, all right, with the leopard print and everything."
Yep.
So
it's pretty obvious. I mean, I don't try to hide it or anything. I'm pretty open about this.
Yeah, and you look like you're 30, but apparently you're not.
I love you. You're my best friend. My friends are you, Botox, Photoshop. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, you know what? Actually, you said earlier that my last name is Reill. It's actually Reill. So there's some irony in that because not a lot on me is real. So I do not.
Oh, my apologies for saying your name wrong.
I wanted to make sure you knew that it's real.
Well, this is the first time we've ever talked on the phone. So I was real. I mean, I do know this though. I wanted to ask you this before we get started. Now, when I asked you about doing this, you said, "Oh, I think I could use one LOL." Would you please elaborate on that a little bit before we get started?
About the chakra cleanse?
Yes, that you said you needed one LOL.
I think I say LOL after everything. It's this annoying habit that I have. I'm surprised I don't just say LOL. No, I've just never had one. And I've had a lot of things going on in life in this last year or two. And I certainly am a very spiritual person, and I know I could use a little more meditation and clarity and those sort of things. So
that's fair enough. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay,
yeah.
All right. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Kelly do her thing. Okay, so Kelly, we'll talk to you and she'll walk you through all this. Okay.
Okay.
Have fun.
All right, so I'm not going to do any of this abracadabra, hocus pocus, none of that.
Okay.
That's not what it is, but I thought I would throw that out there because people often wonder, what is this thing that she does? So, but what it is everybody has energy. Some people call it their soul. It's we all have 7 major energy centers in our body, and those are like a wheel of energy within a bigger wheel. It's hard to like describe it other than that, but it's the energy that pulses through our veins. It's, you know, that kind of thing. If you get into different kinds of science, you can find out that it's measurable, like somebody's vibrational frequency, and it can change. And the higher it is, usually the healthier the person is, the more spiritually aware and awakened. All living things have this energy at different levels. And so I tap into that, and each chakra has its own type of systems in the body and things like that it's related to. So, yeah, so how I detect it is I meditate a lot. I've always been sensitive to this kind of thing, but didn't understand what it was I was picking up until I found a friend who learned about energy work, becoming a licensed massage therapist, and they taught them about this kind of thing. And I said, you know, that sounds like something that I've been doing, but I didn't really know, you know, because it's like the intuitive type healing stuff, but I didn't really know how it worked until he showed me. So what I do is I have this pendulum type thing. It's just like a little chain with a gemstone on it. And right now I'm running my fingers down it and throwing any residual energy into the ground. And so that's clearing it for whatever I'm going to be reading with it. Now, if it goes around in a circle, that shows that it's a healthy chakra, that it's open, that it's got good energy going through. If it makes a really big sweeping circle super fast, that shows it's super healthy. If it goes side to side or up and down, then that is a sign that something's wrong. Either it's blocked or it has negative energy. Sometimes it'll have like traumas and things like that get stuck in a certain part, and then if it's there long enough, then we start to get physical symptoms like a backache or, you know, something like that. Mm-hmm. So, but I can open it up. I can get things flowing again, but, you know, it's with the cooperation of the other person, because I'm not going to tap into somebody that hasn't consented, because that's just, you know, unethical. But it's also that I don't get deeply personal if I'm on the show, because I feel like I want the person to feel comfortable. So I'm not going to be like, you know, bringing up stuff. I'll just kind of do it in generalizations and ask if that sounds familiar, and you know, then it gets verified or whatever. So, you know, I'm not going to be like, you know, so-and-so is exposed on the show. You know, that's not how I do it, you know. So
it doesn't sound like I wouldn't personally do, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it might be better if your eyes are closed, Jilly, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a place where you can kind of recline and get relaxed.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. Now, I get to where I get kind of, I get so aware of what I'm doing that sometimes I need a little cheat sheet to follow along. So I realize, oh, I'm on chakra number 4. Oh, yeah, you know. So, yeah, because I get really involved in it, and then, so it's sort of like a little roadmap. All right. Are you good and relaxed?
I am.
Excellent. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Now this first exercise is something I do to get my energy flowing, and it could be something that you can do along with me. If you don't want to, that's fine. It's not going to affect it. But it might be interesting because what I do is I form an energy ball, and people that are sensitive to that kind of thing can feel it when they form one too. And you'll be able to feel what I'm doing if you're open to it, with or without doing this. But I just rub my hands really vigorously so that I feel them becoming warm and kind of tingly. And then I space them out about shoulder width apart, and I start bringing them closer and closer and closer. And sometimes it takes doing it slow to do it at first, until about 6 inches away from each other, thereabouts, I start to feel resistance, and I start to kind of cup my hands, and that's an energy ball. Now, for some people, it might take them several times. Some people might have that right away. Some people, if they're not spiritual or they don't meditate or they're not aware of energy, which is fine, it might take them a long time. But that's what I do to just kind of center myself and get it ready. So this first one is the root chakra. That's our most primal and important energy center. It's our instinct for survival and safety. So if we've felt that affected, and maybe it's something that we buried or it's something under the surface that we, deal with periodically, or, just kind of keep it out of our reach, we can go about our day, then sometimes it'll pop up and it'll cause things. It's located in the area where we sit. It's at the base of the spine and in kind of like the fun area.
The fun area. I'm going to call it that from now on.
So, yeah. 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 So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check this and see what it does. But this is important because it helps us ground to the earth and earthly things. And it's the building block where the other ones build from. And as we go up in these 7 chakras, as you get closer to your crown one, which is the 7th one, the highest one, that one is like your spiritual awakening and being tied into the universe and God and things like that. But some people don't get there very well because they have things happen along the way. It's like a ladder. And so for some people, it takes them a long time to be able to do that. Let's see where you are. I'm clearing it off a little bit more. I'm concentrating on your face and the area without being weird. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, back and forth. Yeah, like side to side. It's yeah, there's something happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that energy ball, and I'm going to concentrate on it and see what I can find when I go in there, like with my energy. See if there's something I need to pull out, something like that. A lot of times I get impressions, I get visions, I'll get physical symptoms while I'm working in a certain area, and let's see what I find. Okay, I felt a lot of anxiety. Like, yeah, there's, like, deep in that seat, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of just uncertainty. It feels like some trust violation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fear. I'm feeling fear.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Now, it's not like you don't have like a negative entity in there. Now, I've come across those before where it was like a negative energy loop and it just kept building on itself. You don't have that, thankfully. So whatever you're doing to take care of yourself, you are doing well, because sometimes if we leave ourselves open, then a lot of negativity can get in there. So, and I'm not saying open as a person, like you shouldn't open up to people. I'm just saying that if we aren't doing the right self-care, if we're not, loving ourselves and putting ourselves first, then it can leave that door open to get, if we can't fulfill things, then it can leave it open for other things to get in. So luckily we're not dealing with that, because I've done an exorcism and it was really interesting. Yeah, we're not dealing with that here. Thank God. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little worried, not to jump in, I was almost afraid to tell you that, because I was afraid to say, okay, Jill, now you should know that 2 out of the 18 exorcisms she has done has had to result in what we refer to as the root canal in the chakra world, and that is an exorcism. I was like afraid you would come on if I told you that. I was afraid you would be like, but then look at the bright side. If it did result in an exorcism, Jill, you would have a lot of material. I mean,
not something you do, week. So yeah, that's good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
And it's an exorcism of my fun spot, so that's even worse. It's like,
God. Yeah.
Oh God.
It'd be like, yeah, wow, there's a negative entity in there. Do you feel it? Yeah.
I'd like to see the
weird.
Instagram post on the day after that. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. She'd have a whole new routine.
Exorcism down there.
Wow. I'm gonna get back in there. And that's kind of like this is the awkward moment where she goes and jumps back into Jilly's fun spot and tries to get positive energy flow.
I've given plenty of people positive energy flow from that area. Don't worry.
Well, I have a feeling that you are a giver and you give a lot of positive flow, but you need some yourself.
My Yelp reviews too.
What?
According to my Yelp reviews, I do. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yay. All
Yelp
right,
reviews.
I'm gonna get
Okay, go on.
Aren't those restaurants?
The
24-hour drive-through.
No fast food.
What?
No fast food.
Yeah. 100% not organic, but not fast food.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me get back in. All right. Doing energy ball again. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely a seriousness in this area that I can see where the humor comes from, because, that when you don't have humor and things happen in life, then life really sucks. So humor is really a healing tool, so that's a good thing. I'm pulling that out. Are you feeling anything like while I'm doing this, like, you know, something moving or like a gas bubble or, you know, anything strange?
I don't feel particularly gassy. Lighter.
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, people react in different ways, so I just don't know what somebody's going to have. But, you know, if you're feeling something different and it's lighter, that's a really good thing. So, all right, there. Oh, now I'm, like, shaking my arms and throwing it into the ground where it's safely out of everything. Let me see what it reads now when I use that pendulum. Oh, good. Good. Big sweeping circles. So that would explain the feeling lighter part, because it's definitely a lot happier. So that's good. Yeah. It was doing what I call helicoptering, where it's making a circle so big that it's like horizontal. And it's hard to hang on to. Yeah, so yeah, that's a big improvement.
Nice. So I have a happy spot now.
Yeah. You're ready for a party. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The sacral is the next one, and that one is between the belly button and bikini line. And that one's the emotional body, sensuality, and creativity. So let's see how that one's doing. Oh, okay, good. So far, we're doing a circle. It could be improved on because it's like a medium-sized circle. Sometimes I wait a little bit longer because they'll start out okay and then they aren't. So, but yeah, this one's doing okay. I'm gonna go in there anyway because I want to make it stronger. So let me know if you feel anything different. So to me, it just feels like a weight is in there. Like it's not negative. It just feels heavy. All right, now let's see what we got. Okay, this went right into helicoptering. It's like hard to hang on to. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling like you're gonna have a lot of new material going your way now. So yeah, the writing and everything is probably going to really be stepping up in the next month or two.
I'm just going to make a stupid joke about, well, is this writer's block? So apparently that's it.
Yep.
She's actually, you know, the truth is, Kelly is also very psychic. So she, you know, Kelly might be able to pick up on some things as well. We've had lots of psychics on, and you know, so if she looks at, I mean, I saw her, you know, I've seen her. This was like just a few years ago, like be able to pick up on things. So I'm just letting you know. I mean, you know, Kelly, if you pick up on anything from Jill, go ahead and say it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Super secret. So you know, feel free.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm feeling like as long as you keep going on, you know, a good path for you and healing and things like that, in 6 or 8 months, you're going to start looking back and, you know, to where you were now, to where you were last year, and you're going to go, damn, you know, I am doing so much better and feeling so empowered compared to, you know, even last year. You're going to be feeling like that. I'm feeling like you're going to start having good things coming your way. You're going to have more gigs. You're going to get bigger ones. You're going to get a bigger audience, more followers, more viewers, more It's like your time of being in some kind of like, it felt like a crap field where, I'm feeling like that is starting to lighten, and it's going to start gaining momentum in the right direction.
Yay! That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Good. Good. Yeah, because I feel like, the universe is saying, okay, we've tested her enough. It's time to start coming around with some good things.
Thank you. Goodness. So it's like, all right, they can lay up.
Yeah.
Lay up.
Yeah.
Oh.
So get your lifeguards lined up and your cabana boys and all that. Have them massaging your feet.
By the way, speaking of massaging feet, I was thinking of Kelly and Jilly. I just want to let you know, I've thought about actually doing a show where I have Kelly's fiance on, and he massages her feet while we do the show. What do you think of that show?
That would be great.
So do it on this end then.
Do you have anybody on your end that was doing that for you or massaging your feet?
Might be a little weird if I've never met them before, but whatever.
They might like it. Yeah, you can say, I need a human chair, I need a human recliner, and I need another human for massaging my feet, another one at my temples, another one feeding me grapes and wine.
For comedic purposes, I would think you want to film that sort of thing, but I'm thinking for safety purposes of filming that sort of thing.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That could be interesting. I definitely want to tune in on that.
Photo shoot. You've made me decide what I want to do for my next photo shoot. I like that idea.
Good. You should totally do it. I think everybody would love it.
I think so.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be awesome. Have another one with fanning you to keep you comfortable. Yeah.
I don't know what the Craigslist ad is going to look like. Looking for my without sounding
right.
too creepy. Sit on you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I promise. You could put, I promise I'm attractive female. I'm not some 80-year-old weirdo or 40-year-old guy that lives in his mom's basement.
That's good. But then that right there, right away, makes you sound like you are just that. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. How do we do that? Yeah.
I mean,
because this needs to happen.
in my filtered messages, so I actually don't think it would be hard.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
It's just scary, so I don't go in there very often unless I feel like being entertained.
Oh, I bet it can get that way too. Where, yeah, I bet people are climbing over each other to outdo each other, and then it's like, wow, okay, just sit back, grab the popcorn, watch the circus. Yeah. You just need the trapeze and, a few other things, and just sit back.
You're going to be my creative director.
Woohoo! Yeah. I have some great ideas. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to get back into this, but yeah, we're doing well so far. We're on number 3, solar plexus, and that's personal power, that's self-esteem, warrior energy, and power of transformation. Let's see where you are there. And that one is between your belly button and, like, your sternum.
I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be feeling myself to see where that is, but I am.
You are what?
Poking myself to see, oh, that's where it is.
Oh, come on, self-esteem, you can do it. Yeah. Well, yeah, this one's going side to side. So, that could be like if you felt like your personal power had been compromised or taken away, sometimes we have things happen where the self-esteem kind of takes a little tumble. The warrior energy gets activated with feeling like a threat, So let's see. When I go in there, because I'm curious about your power of transformation, because I feel like you're right on the edge of a big, good transformation. So let's see where we are. Yeah, that was more that anxiety in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely have the power to transform. And I think that is one of your strengths because you're able to adapt. You're able to read people. You're able to invent and reinvent yourself. And I feel like your power of transformation to gain spiritual insight and insight on yourself is something that you're good at, but sometimes self-doubt comes in. And you kind of wonder if you're on the right track or if you're perceiving something, the way it seems to be presenting itself, or if there's something that you need to look below the surface for.
Yeah.
But I feel like overall you have good intuition. I feel like you need to learn to trust your judgment and to trust your intuition and to give that love that you give other people and learn to give that back more for yourself sometimes.
Yeah. I forget to do.
Yeah. And a lot of times, if we've had relationships and whatnot, we're always, especially women, we're eager to please the other person. And then sometimes, we don't realize that it's not being reciprocated in the same way. Or we don't hold enough back for ourselves, to have in reserve, that when something happens, it's like we feel gutted because we forgot to love ourselves for a while.
Yeah. Give away all your energy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's kind of like a bucket, you can't, give away more than what you can, at times, and people have to understand, that sometimes, we have to hold something for ourselves. And it doesn't mean that we love other people any less or that we can give less to them. It just means we have to be whole ourselves.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Let me see how that one's doing again. Okay, I'm going to check that because I just pulled a lot of that out of there. So I'm going to see how that is on here. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, it's helicoptering. So, yeah, I think that was kind of like a stumbling block for some things.
Mm-hmm.
But it shouldn't be so much now.
Good.
But, again, it's self-care. It's a lot of self-awareness and, looking forward and, creating bridges to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
The heart chakra is the next one, and that's the opening of feeling, compassion, capacity to love, and it doesn't like conflict. So, let's see how that's doing. It's trying to do a wildly circle. So, that's telling me that it's doing better than some of the other ones that we've come across so far, but it needs a little bit of work.
Yeah.
So let me see what happens when I go in there. Did you have a question?
No. I'm very agreeing with everything you've said so far.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of pain in there. I can feel it. Yeah, some of the wounds feel kind of fresh.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said some of the wounds feel kind of fresh, and I don't know if it's something that happened recently or if it's something that kind of ruminates and comes back, that's not entirely, I don't want to say dealt with because, but it's not entirely, I feel like there's residual issues that have been caused by something that has not exactly had that page of the chapter closed yet, that there's still not necessarily contact with someone, but just the aftermath after something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't to get my divorce settled, and it's just lingering, and I just want it to go away. So it's probably that.
Yeah. I think that's going to be in the next, 6 to 8 months too. That was probably the, and that might be that it happens before that time, but I feel like the reaching effects are going to start dwindling in that 6 to 8 months, like the emotional scars, the, financial and different things like that. I feel like that's when you're going to really start to gain your momentum back, is in like 6 to 8 months. In the next 2 to 3, I feel like you're going to have some stumbling blocks. You're going to have some learning experiences. You're going to have some growth, but it's kind of like stop, start. It's not like a rocket taking off. It's more like, okay, now I deal with this. Okay, that's out of the way. Okay, take a couple steps forward, and does that make sense?
And it makes so much sense, because there's a couple of things coming up that I'm very aware of that are coming up, and a few things that I'm presently dealing with. So that makes all the sense in the world.
Oh, okay. Well, when you look back, it'll feel like they're really super big deal at the time, and some of them might be, but they're just, when you look back, you're going to be like, well, that was just a speed bump on my way here, because you're going to be so far ahead of that at that time. But it's the getting there part that kind of sucks. But, I feel like
it's a better time ahead, so that's good. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely keep that in mind, because it feels like this is kind of like you're the racehorse wanting to get out of the starting block, but there's all this bullshit and confusion and things to deal with before you can get there.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're there, things are going to start to make sense. They're going to click for you. They're going to kick in. Good karma's got your back, and I can't say it's going to be roses, sunshine, and smooth sailing all the time, but you're definitely going to see a difference. So it's a good difference.
Good. You used one of my favorite words of the day. I guess I've been saying bullshit a lot. It's like,
I
picked up.
I picked up on your bullshit. Yeah.
You picked up on bullshit.
Because I don't usually say that on here. I'll say it in my,
I've been saying that all day.
Yeah.
Like, I gave you that word.
That's great.
I got psychic bullshit. No, I don't know how to say that, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the buzzword of the day. Like, okay, kids, today on Sesame Street, our word is bullshit. Yeah.
Aren't you thinking of Rachel right now, Kelly?
Yes. Oh my gosh, we had somebody on here that was like F this, F that, F bomb, and it was like, okay, we're changing the rating of the show.
Chakra, and she goes, I'm so mother effing happy that you're doing this. I'm so mother effing happy that I'm here.
It was one of our highest rated ones.
Jill, if there was a curse jar at the end of the show, there'd be a $20 bill in the curse jar. I mean, that's how bad it was.
But she got one of the highest ratings, though, so I think people were at least entertained. But, yeah.
You know?
Right? Sometimes you just gotta drop an F-bomb. But, yeah, it's like, yeah. I mean, the F word is interesting because you can use it as a noun, a verb, a subject, adverb.
So many that word.
Yeah, you can make a whole sentence out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just adding ing and er and yeah. It's great. It's one of my favorite words. I just don't say it on here. You know, I let her do it for me. Yeah. She did enough for the whole year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But I'm gonna recheck the heart chakra.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. And I was feeling something like tight in the, almost like the shoulder blade mid-back area. Is that something that's yours?
Yeah, always.
Okay. Yeah, that's where you're carrying your stuff. Yeah. So.
It is.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is
it
where
was
I
weird.
need to over.
Yeah, you know, I was when I was checking the heart just now, it was weird because I had to sit up taller and then I had to bring my shoulder blades back and it popped. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, they probably asked you.
Yeah, I carry all my tension there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it felt like it was like not hard to breathe, like I was suffocating. It just felt like that weight was there. Does that make sense? Like a tightening? Yeah. Like when we feel like that, we have to remind ourselves to do diaphragmatic breathing, so we're not doing it from our upper body, and that kind of helps. But yeah, like where we can see our belly button go up and down, and not our chest so much. Yeah, that'll help. That'll help a lot. That'll help to kind of dissipate it. That'll help to move around circulation and energy and things like that. When you pull it from your belly button area, and some people have to really make themselves aware of how they're breathing until they do it automatically that way. Where I grew up playing musical instruments, so that was how I had to get my air, or I wouldn't have enough. You know, so yeah. Because when we're doing the shoulder and chest breathing, it's very shallow, and we're not getting all the oxygen we should get. And we're not expelling all the toxins and things out as much.
It's funny that my Apple Watch is constantly telling me to breathe. So.
Oh, wow.
Not breathing appropriately.
Oh,
so you're very.
And if you get what?
You're very right about that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I noticed that, you know, I get concerned if they put one of those little pulse ox things on your finger and they can see like your oxygen saturation in your blood. I get concerned if it gets below 98. I mean, I've never had it below that. I mean, 98 is kind of low for me, but most of the time it's around 99 or 100. But I think people that are all full of, you know, tension in their breathing in their shoulder and upper chest, you know, area, I think they're going to have a lower rate of oxygen saturation. That's just a theory. Have you ever noticed anything when you've had those little things on the end of your finger?
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. Find out if you change your breathing, like, breathe like you're used to, and then do it from the belly button to see if the numbers change.
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to be a student in biofeedback too, so that was really interesting to be able to change things that most people don't notice because it's automatic. The next one is the throat chakra, and that's the ability to manifest and express your truth in the world. And let's see where that is. Okay, that one is doing a small circle. I feel like it could be stronger. It's a healthy circle, so I don't feel like you have any problem communicating.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, there might be times when you're holding yourself back because it's like in your head you're thinking, well, let me tell you what I really think,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, I probably shouldn't, let's see.
Because my parents might find out what I said. No.
Right, yes, exactly. You're like, oh, yeah, you listened to that. Oh, good. And we're going to have an interesting conversation now, aren't we? Yeah.
Sometimes I have a filter, other times I don't. So,
I have a feeling.
I don't always tell people my true feelings, even if they've hurt me or upset me, or I don't completely say how I'm feeling. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes. I'll be like, I'm not exactly sure how to express it, so I don't want to upset somebody or make a bigger deal out of it, so I won't.
Not to jump in, but like when Kelly, and I'm not trying to cut anybody off, but when Kelly first started being a part of the show, I didn't realize how much she loved it. I mean, it was something that I just didn't realize. I was like, it was like I had her on, and we were talking to a medium, and then I introduced her as my co-host. Well, she did this happy dance. I mean, she lit up like a Christmas tree. I didn't know if she was going to do that. And so I kind of finally had to
really well.
Right, and so I set her down, and I said, Kelly, I mean, you worked really hard helping me out with the show, and I don't want you thinking that I'm going to throw you away or anything like that. I mean, I think, part of me thinks that because of this, I know we're working on you, but I just wanted to say this, and you can go back to work on you. With Kelly's past, it's like with her ex-husband and all that, it's like, I guess maybe she was a little scared of me. I that's the way it felt. Or scared, and I wanted her to know, Kelly is like a little kitten in a box. I just don't want to hurt her.
Thank you. Yeah, and I've talked about that subject on the show, so it's not like he's, breaking any confidence or anything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I wanted listeners to know so that they didn't think, oh, what did he just bring that up for? Yeah, we don't do that. We don't poach each other's stuff and put it out there. I'm just saying, but yeah, it's all good. And everything happens for a reason. I mean, maybe if that hadn't happened to me, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm able to do. Maybe it's something I couldn't tap into before. So,
yeah, I always look at stuff that way too. Like it didn't happen in vain. It happened so you could help people or something like that.
Yeah, or for you to, have material to make people laugh. I mean, that's a real gift. People need to know they need to have reason to laugh because life is too serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it goes along with life, laughter, happiness. There's the title of the show. I mean, we need to laugh. So, sometimes things are too damn serious. So,
Dad taught me that because it's like, he's gone through a lot of tough times, but he's always cracking jokes, and it's just like that's who I got that from, because it's just like, even though you could be going through the most terrible thing, suddenly you find yourself a little crying, laughing over something, and it's a gift from, I would say, from my family, for sure.
You're talking about your father?
Yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
got
sorry.
a sense of humor.
From my dad, from my grandpa, everyone in my family. We're super sarcastic and always cracking jokes, so definitely from my family.
Yeah, that is a gift. Yeah, and I'm glad that you're sharing it with people because, like I said, we can look at life as being the worst thing ever, or we can try to have fun along the way, and
right.
That's where that balance. Must have balance.
And it's not a perfect journey, so it's like if you can, have some fun with it and understand, things happen,
Yeah, and it's, everybody thinks that when things happen, it's only happening to them, but maybe it's not somebody else's time yet, but we all go through crap, and not to minimize people's crap, because sometimes it's really horrific, and I don't judge, like, the level of crap. I don't say, like, oh, well, that's just, minor, get over it. I would never, ever, ever say that, because, some people have had stuff all their life, so, something might not seem like a big deal to them, but for somebody else that has not had, a string of events in their life or whatever, that is catastrophic to them, and that, as, I don't want to say as it should be, because, it's just, we all deal with things differently, and we all have things happen at different times.
Yeah.
So, it's something that we can all relate to. Nobody's really had a charmed life where nothing happened in it. But it's also a huge opportunity for growth. It's a huge opportunity for realizing we have strengths we didn't know we had. So,
right.
And building from it. It's all in how we can deal with it, how we can look at it, and how we, can go from there. Some people get stuck, Some people don't have all, the same tools to work with somebody else does, or the same support, things like that.
Right.
So I don't judge. I've been in a lot of different things. So, it's, life is what it is. And it's, I choose, if it was boring, it wouldn't be an adventure.
No, not at all. I can't deal with boring, so.
I can't either.
It's colorful.
Like, yeah. And when we, sometimes we have to go through some crap, and we can really appreciate the hell out of the good things then, because, we just went through some stuff that it felt like we'd never have good things happen again. So when they roll around, it's like, oh, thank goodness, So, yeah, I mean, it can't be bad all the time. That's just not how it works. It can feel like it, because it can feel like it went on and on and on forever.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So the next one is the third eye. That's intuition and patterns of learning, and skill sets with memory and things like that. So let's see where you are with that. That's like between your eyebrows and up a little bit.
Mhm.
And this one is showing me it's off. So let me see why. Let me see what I get when I go in there. Again, I'm feeling anxiety, and I'm feeling like it's overriding your sense of intuition.
Mhm.
That you're second guessing yourself.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, we find ourselves in situations where we're like, oh, well, shouldn't we have known this? Shouldn't we have picked up on that? wow, how great am I as judge a person? If I couldn't pick up on that until it was too late, how can I trust myself to pick up on something else?
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling today. Very specifically today.
Oh, wow. So let me see what I can do to kind of help with that anxiety, because it's clouding things. And I think, it's kind of, you're wondering too when you meet people if they're fitting a pattern of somebody else from before.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's hard to judge when you're wondering, okay, am I really seeing them doing this? Is this really what they're intending? It kind of looks like so-and-so. It's hard not to do that, and it's hard to give everyone a clean slate, especially when we've been through something and our trust has been violated,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Whew, yeah, that anxiety in there.
Mhm.
Do you get headaches?
I never used to, but I went through a really bad bout last year, a few months of it, bad.
Okay, I'm feeling like that, the anxiety and the stress, maybe hormonal fluctuations, which is something that every woman wants to hear.
Right. I'm like, well, it's not that, so great, bring it on.
Yeah, woohoo. Yeah, but if it comes back, I would definitely get it checked out. Just to, make sure everything's, where it should be and everything's functioning as it should, and but I feel like it's probably acute stress
every way, so it's nothing serious for sure.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, it feels like an acute stress, from things building up and feeling like there wasn't a way out at the time. Okay, well, that's good. That chapter's behind there. I don't think you'll be seeing that. So,
okay.
Yeah, and the crown chakra. Oh, let me double check that third eye one, see how we're doing before I move on. Oh, good. Big sweeping circles, doing like horizontal circles, that helicoptering. It's like trying to catch on itself. It's going so fast. So that's good. The crown chakra is the access to the higher states of consciousness, open to what is beyond our understanding. That's like being open to the universe, all the like spiritual connections and God, for people that believe in God and Jesus or Muhammad or whoever that they might pray to, the angels. So let's see where that is. Oh, okay, good. It's kind of a wobbly circle. It's kind of a medium wobbly circle. But that's really good. That's a lot better than a lot of the other ones started off.
Oh, great.
Let me see what I find. Oh, you have a beautiful spiritual connection.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it was like, I guess it's like, wow feeling, and like the top of my head started tingling. It was like, wow, you can get goosebumps there. Huh, So, but I do feel like sometimes, I don't want to say that things you've been through make you bitter, because that's not it. That sometimes you wonder why so much crap happens all at once.
Yeah.
And if there's like an end to it. And I feel like you go beyond most people that are going through stuff, and I feel like you're the kind of person that's like, okay, not only why is this happening to me, but what am I supposed to learn from this?
Yeah, I always try to find a purpose in it, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't, and then they don't find the growth, they don't find the strength, they don't find the good things. They're not open to the opportunities because they're so mired in the what's happening or what's happened that they can't open themselves up to seeing beyond it. And you can. And that's really impressive because a lot of people get stuck, and you're not one of them.
Yeah.
And, that's how you're bringing in good things for the future. I'm going to check it again. And, oh, yeah. Yep. That's definitely wide open. It's hard to hang on to. So, yeah, that's definitely doing a lot better. What I'm going to do is quickly go through them one by one just to make sure that we're on track, nothing skipped around, moved somewhere. That's usually only if there was like a negative thing, then that might go and hide in something. But you don't have that, so I'm not anticipating anything.
Today.
Right? Oh, your root chakra is like off the chart, like doing really well. Let's see, the sacral one that one is definitely doing really, really well. They're both helicopter. The solar plexus it's still a little hesitant, but I think that you're going through all these things right now. And then it sped up when I was thinking about power of transformation. So, you're putting in the footwork, you're putting in the laying the foundation, and just keep the momentum going, and you're going to be reaping the rewards and transforming along the way in a good way. Heart chakra, that one was a little hesitant, but it's doing really, really well. So I think as you learn to trust yourself and trust others, that one will open up more, but it stands to reason you're not going to have your heart wide open waiting to get hurt. That nobody wants to put their heart out there when they've just gone through a bunch of stuff. So, but you're a very beautiful person, that you have a very beautiful heart, and when you give it to someone, I really hope that they cherish that gift.
Me too.
Yeah. Everybody deserves that. You have a great soul. I can tell that. The heart chakra, we were on the heart chakra. The throat chakra. Here we go. The throat chakra, yep, you have no problem communicating. Third eye. Yep, that one started a little slow. Now it's going faster and faster. Where the throat one took off, I feel like you're going to have a lot of material coming up.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. The crown was a little bit hesitant. It's really going around super fast. I can't see it. It's a blur fast. So, yeah, you are definitely connected. You definitely have everything open and energy flowing. So it's up to you on doing things for yourself and nurturing yourself, and that'll help keep it open. Making good choices and what we consume, those make a difference. Getting enough air, so practice that breathing, and go out in nature and breathe clean air when you can, and try to seek out positive people. Drink a lot of water. She also usually suggests
take a bubble bath.
Yeah, yeah.
I take Epsom salt baths. They're great.
Oh, that's what I do. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because a lot of us don't get enough magnesium in our diet, and we can actually absorb it through our skin.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, like, yeah, so that's really good. And do you have any questions for me?
So, since I've never done one of these before, is it something that a person should do regularly, or how does that go?
It depends on the person. Like, when Jonathan starts to feel a little down or like something's off, then I'll do that for him. And sometimes somebody will feel like they're stuck, or they'll feel like a weight on them, or things like that. It's probably a good idea to do it like every other week, maybe at first, because I'm not healing. I'm not doing the healing. You're doing the healing. I'm just opening it up, making it easier for that to happen for you.
Is it okay? Is it okay if I jump in and give my thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's kind of like an adjustment, like a chiropractic adjustment. If you don't do the exercise, it'll go back to where it was.
Okay.
See, what happened was that with me, it was the first time I talked to Kelly. I said, Kelly, I've been having bad financial problems for years. And she goes, okay, let's clear your chakras. Well, for me, it went like an exorcism. I mean, Tim Kelly's friend was doing it with her, and he was coughing and wheezing the whole time. And he told me the next day that he had like 4 seizures from doing it. So, they said they got whatever it was out. But the thing is that that was when that whole thing with the minivan story that I told you right before the show. I look at it as kind of just getting rid of negative energy in your life, or negative energy's power over you in your life. If I had to give it a label, that's the best label I can give it. Does that make sense, Kelly?
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't know how to shield yourself from it, if you leave yourself open and vulnerable, for people that are dealing with negative entities, sometimes they are demons, they have to plug that hole with something, or the demons can come back stronger. And, I was reading a book on that kind of thing, and what happens is we exercise it out, and the person, if they're not a spiritual person and they're not feeding themselves, in a positive spiritual sense, whether that's reading the Bible or going to church or praying or doing spiritual practices, regardless of religion, and doing good self-care, then they're leaving themselves open and vulnerable for negativity to come back in. Or if they don't
also,
change what was, things, like change the way they see things and look at things and think about them. If somebody's going to think about negative things all the time, then they're going to be attracting it. So it has
also,
sometimes with that.
Yeah. No, I didn't mean to cut you off, Kelly. I was also going to say one of the things I like about Jilly is her sense of humor. I mean, there was a whole lot of laughing. I mean, like you were talking about hormone balance the other day. That made me think of the whole tampon story. You remember that story, Kelly?
Oh, yeah, that was great. You should tell everybody about that. That was funny.
Do you want to hear this tampon story, Jilly?
Well, I think now I have to, because no one says that and then doesn't tell it.
Well, what happened was that I used to work for a company, and I used to work for Walmart customer service, okay? And then the rule was we weren't allowed to ask for a supervisor unless the customer asked for it, okay? So I'm on the phone, this lady calls in, and she immediately asked me about what sort of things do the tampons that Walmart sells have. What size are they? Are they close? Are they tight? And I kept wanting to say to her, listen, lady, Don't you realize you're talking to the wrong gender here? I mean, don't you think you should want to talk to a woman, not a man? But no. She kept asking me if it chafes, if it cuts too close, if it does all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, this woman is obviously trying to make me uncomfortable. I mean, seriously, don't you think that's what she was doing?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I don't know about tampons. I've never had to put one in. I've never put one in for someone else.
No.
So why would I know anything about tampons?
What? You don't put them in your nose when you have a cold? So you're not... I'm kidding.
No!
There is art. You could probably make art with them. I don't know.
That is true. I'd have to explain a lot of things to my mom, but that's true. Can you imagine me asking her to go to the store and get a bunch of tampons? What are you doing?
I've heard of kids in other countries soaking them in water and drinking it for the high they apparently get from chlorine, and it's not something I'd recommend. Hello, yeah, that just sounds wrong. And yeah,
do the thing.
Yeah, they do.
That would not look good. Can you imagine being a bartender and telling someone about that?
Oh gosh, yeah, I can just see it sticking out of a drink now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's we fill it with a secret ingredient. Well, what's the secret ingredient? Drink it, and I'll tell you.
I involves a whole other story, but I did go to a bar where they had flavored personal lubricant in the drink. So
wow.
Yeah, you get yourself a lube cocktail.
That sounds interesting.
Well, I've heard some of the lubes are edible. I've heard of that. I mean,
yeah, so there's something for everybody there. You know, I used to sell it, so I know.
Vanilla frosting. Vanilla cupcake or whatever, yeah.
A lube and milkshake.
Some for everybody.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Would you be interested in coming back on? I mean, I think it would be fun, but is that something you'd like to do? Come back on our show?
Yeah. No,
cool.
I got my chakras cleaned. I got to laugh about something. You know, you kept me out of happy hours, so you kept me sober. This is good.
Great. I'll message you on Instagram about coming back on. Maybe when we have a psychic on or something. Maybe you could be like a second co-host or something. Would you like that?
Yeah, no, I'd love that. Then they can dig into my life a little more. That's fun.
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds cool. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, and I would love to do, like rechecks and, see how you're doing and things like that. Are you on Facebook?
I am. I think I found your post today, so I reposted or tagged myself or something. I don't know.
Yes, I saw that on his Instagram, yes.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, because I know I'm on Instagram, but I don't do that very much. I'm on Facebook probably too much. But
I do Instagram more.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I would love to keep in touch, and, if you have questions at some point, just reach out to me, or if you want to say something that's funny or whatever, or you want ideas for something.
That sounds good. All right. Thank
cool.
you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, both of you. Thanks for coming
on.
Me
too. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. Well, bye.